incredible human being. If you needed reminding today, this is your reminder. This has come and landed in your lap for a reason, whether you were waiting for me to come on live or just sporadically you've seen me pop up. Here I am to remind you, you are freaking incredible. Now, I just want to do a little bit of a tech check, make sure we're all good. Yep, we're so zoomed in on Instagram that you can see all of my teeth. That's fantastic. I just want to see if this setting might actually do a little funky thing, see if I can transition and change it. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe it doesn't want to work. No, you can't change the orientation while live. Thank you, Restream. Love you. Hey, Beck. Can see you online on Instagram. That's great. Okay, guys. Hello. So I said to you I was going to come in here live and share a bit of a life update, spill all the beans, because there has been so much that's rapidly changed. Some of you might have seen Court, my beautiful goddess best friend, come on live just now, share everything from her heart about some things that are going on in both our lives. I mean, we're a duo, right? We come as a pack. There's a 2-for-1 deal, yeah? No. But there is we have a lot of similarities and there's a lot of things shifting. And so I also want to give away something magical to anybody who shares this live stream. I'll sort of put your names in a little thingy. I want to give you away an astrology session that is custom to you. So normally when people want to chat astrology with me, it's like, what is my life purpose and what is my life path? And so we can dive into that and I can show you exactly in your chart where that's visible. And then yeah, you'll be able to unpack that and see you're either on the right path or we've got some stuff to transform and transcend and really up level. So that's really exciting. It's going to be a 30-minute session together. I also want to give away to you one of my most profound books that changed my life. It is a surprise and a secret. I love secrets and surprises around here. It brings that element of surprise into your life. So I haven't chosen what book yet. I will intuitively actually pick the book from my collection of books. So it'll be something that's just meant to come to you at that time, and that's why it'll be a surprise. So you'll have the session and a book. So you can share this live to your platform or send the link to somebody who you feel needs to hear this. What I'm about to share is a few really powerful things. Now, a lot of the time I do take notes or I do prepare things, but I also just allow myself to speak. I allow my throat chakra to be open. So the first thing I want to talk into or just bring awareness about is whereabouts in your life do you need to speak up? Do you need to speak out? Do you need to be honest with yourself? Do you need to check in with how you feel? There's been so much that's come up recently around, the big things in life, the big transformations, the relationship breakdowns, the awarenesses that you have about yourself or your family or the career that you work in. But what about the small things? What about the checking in with yourself and the awareness of how your nervous system is operating, how your body feels? Like, do you have any ailments on your body, like rashes or skin inflammation or tightness or sore hips or any of these things coming up? They're indications from the body that there's a message that you're not listening to. What is this point that as human beings, we're so driven by pain sometimes? It's like, oh, when this happens to me, then I'll get up and do what I desire. And I'm being forced to shift. Like, what is that? I can understand a lot around that. It wasn't, it was something that happened. I've had many moments like this where I've had an injury happen to me and then I've transformed my life. It's been taken on a totally different path. I've had 2 massive relationship breakdowns and then I've decided to step into the woman I am instead of being that woman already in that relationship. It's like, why do us as humans sometimes feel that we need to be driven by pain? Like, what is that for you? Even in this moment or you coming across this live, it's like, are you going through a painful experience at the moment? Or numbing yourself to a painful experience because you don't want to be honest or you don't want to speak out or you don't want to open up your throat chakra? Like, what is it for you? Where are you on that scale at the moment? Having something happening to you, knowing something's coming, you can like intuitively feel it. You can sense in your body that you're not happy, not claiming your desires, but you stay in this place. It's like, oh, it's okay for now. It's all good. Like, it's not that bad. As Aussies, we love that language. Oh, I'm not that good. I'm not that bad. what is it? I think Carl Barron does a really good skit of this. He's like, you'll see, some of you might have seen it. Comment in the chat if you actually seen it. I don't even have the chat box up. Sometimes I'm like, how do I even work this thing? Oh, here we go. Chat. Being in the moment now is all we have. Yeah, I love that. No more driven by pain. Yes. Carl Barron. So he talks about, in Australia, we're like walking around and people go, how you going? You're like, not bad. And he's like, where you going? Not far. What are you doing? Not much. Like, what is this language that we speak to ourselves? Or what is this scale? Or what is this perception that we have of our desires? Is that all it is? And are you okay with that? Is that really what you desire? I've had many moments in my life where I've realized that that's not okay for me. That's not where the bar is set. That's not the standard. That's not where I stop. That's not where I leave this planet. And that's that life was okay. On to the next one. If anything, if you guys understand, like, coming back in multiple lifetimes and you are learning those sorts of things alongside me, you'll understand that that's not evolving and not transcending your learnings, not understanding, sort of like checking out. So where are you checking out in your life at the moment? This life is so precious and so beautiful that we have been gifted. So where in your day today, because you only know that you're here today, where do you feel like you're checking out a little bit at the moment? Being a bit numb to your true desires or your true feelings? How your heart really feels. In human design, Court and I talk a lot about it. Court's the expert. You guys know this. And if you haven't, you better start getting in her space. So she's the expert in human design. And we talk a lot with our clients and our sharings. The heart space is where you want to tune into, where your desires are. It's quiet. It's not so vocal and out there like our throat chakra, our throat center, our throat space. And so the connection between the throat and the heart chakra is the throat helps you take action in this lifetime, do the tasks, get things done, move towards something, literally move. But it's coming from the heart. So a check-in point for you not speaking up, speaking out, or following your desires, are you tuning into the heart, tuning into that space, tuning into what you love most, following that pull, that urge, that whisper? Sometimes it's really hard for us to follow the whispers. So who do you have around you who understands, who can see you, who can appreciate you and remind you of those whispers, who can actually ask you, hey, what's your heart whispering to you today? Like, when was the last time you were asked that? What's your heart whispering to you today? Courtney, I can see your name. Everyone else is a Facebook user, so I'm not sure what's happening. And Beck. I haven't even asked Court in that way, or Beck. What's your heart whispering to you today? This is me asking them now. So you've heard it before, but maybe it's like hitting hard now. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. I've had some recent relationship breakdowns and it starts to get me a little bit emotional because I'm processing what it means to let go and to love and let it be, like, let go, let God. How beautiful. But show me your friends and I'll show you your future. So how comfortable are you sitting at the moment? In a disguise of receiving connection, receiving love, receiving support, but is it at your bar? Is it at your standard? Is it where you want to go? Is it your desires? Is it the love that you really desire? I love that there's music playing in the background. It's like perfect for this conversation. It's hilarious. Hey, Trinette, babe. Can see you join. Forgot I was on Instagram as well. So there's been many things happening. I am actually moving. So you would have seen on my story as well, some bags already been packed. I rolled out of bed at 5 a.m. this morning, scurrying straight into my cupboard and ripping things out of this has got to go. This has got to go. I'm letting go of all these things, trying on clothes. I'm like, do I feel sexy? Do I feel hot? Do I feel amazing in this? Is this my branding on point? Is this me anymore? What is this? I've had this thing for 7 years. Why the heck am I carrying it around? So I spent a couple of hours doing that. And some of you, you know what? If someone can guess what's fallen down on my wall here, I will give you something. I'll give you something incredible, because there's been some, as this process has happened of me moving, I'm moving somewhere quite profound. So I would love for you guys to guess in the comments, or guess in if she's sharing it, tag me in your story. I'm moving somewhere hectic, so I'm very excited for that. But I want you to guess what's fallen down off my wall, because when you start to have these things unfold, things will literally drop away. And so things have already started falling off my wall, because I'm moving on. Energy starting, it's like a vortex. Energy starting to move, energy starting to flow. I can feel it in my body, the groundingness, the calm, the kindness, the love, the fire, also the passion, the flow, the movement, and the certainty in this. Ultimately, I've always known this was going to happen. Ultimately, I've always felt the urge and felt the pull and felt the calling. And so I get to reflect back on, well, why didn't I choose it sooner? What learnings have I had from this experience? From staying in the same position, or staying in the same location, or staying around the same people? What have I learned? What gratitude pieces in love can I really take away from this and keep moving forward? Keep evolving, keep transcending, keep learning, and keep being able to share it with you guys. How much have we seen me show up online enough to share all the things that I learn and I'm growing in? Not that much. So here comes some more learnings and some more sharings. I was saying to Court this morning, I was like, shit, I'm excited to build YouTube. I feel really cool to do some YouTube videos where you get to do blogs, some content, some video blogging, and also Facebook. I've always been I don't want to pick one platform, but I said to Court this morning, I was like, I feel really connected to Facebook. I love connecting with you guys on Facebook. Look at YouTube. Facebook's really cool. We have amazing tools in our hands. How do you use them? Or do they use you? Is this a reminder for you today of stop scrolling, stop the fucking scrolling? You wake the fuck up, stop scrolling, and do something with your stuff? Is this an invitation and encouragement to you today to clean your room out? Back in school, back when we were 8 years old, mum's clean your room. Is this for you too? When they say it takes a village to raise a child, that child doesn't stop at 18. You are still that child now. You are still that child in an adult body. You always are. So it takes a village to nurture and support and raise an adult still. So you're never going to do this lifetime alone, but the people around you will be either a bonus or a bit of a sacrifice to how your energy is and to how much that beautiful child inside of the adult body blossoms and flourishes. So there is so much amazing. Some of you know, I have an incredible partner. He's came into my life. He's been such a blessing. I have my beautiful best friends beside me, walking this lifetime together. We are all moving. I want to see some guesses about where we're moving to. How well do you guys know me? And yeah, it means that letting go of, I was going to say, Jazz is next to me on this beautiful shelf. She loves a little queendom, but also finding her an amazing farm and some land to live on. Tricky and Jazz will go together. They're a couple. They hate each other. But there's so much happening. And so this is also your invitation to move, to get outside the comfort zone, to plug into people who really light you up, who are doing things that you want to do. It might not be right now that you do it, but at least you're in that energy and you're being pulled towards it. It's like a vortex for yourself until you can find the confidence in your own being. Sometimes you need to borrow other people's belief in you before you have it in yourself. Borrow my belief in you. This is why I do the things that I do and I walk the path that I do with Court, with people around me, because I believe in myself, but I also borrow their belief. When I feel scared or I feel alone or I'm not sure, feel doubtful, it's important to borrow other people's belief. So some of the points I went through and what I wanted to talk about, some just like total whatever comes out. That's the important part. It's just you to voice, you to share. It's fun. Thanks, Meg. I love you. Celebrate life. Like, where can you celebrate a little bit more today, this week? You don't know if you're going to wake up tomorrow, literally. So just celebrate today. Live today as if it is your last. And I'll finish on that note with that. Thinking of, if today was my last, am I fucking happy? Am I excited? Am I joyful? Am I grateful for how I've lived my life today? Do I really feel that? For me, this only landed for me about, I think, a week ago. Sort of the days are all merging one. I wouldn't even know what day is it? Monday today? This is the life of freedom. You don't have this like, it's Monday, I got to do things on Monday, it's Tuesday. Like, I get to be like, what day is it? Doesn't matter. The sun rises and the sun sets, and I go to sleep and I wake up and I work and I get to travel. I get to be free, get to eat this gorgeous high vibrational food. So it's like, if you're not even feeling that, it's like, okay, do you want to be more free? Have freedom of choice? What are you doing about that? Can't just say one thing and then do another, or say one thing and then not go for it. So leaving it on this note of, can't even remember what I said. Oh, today was your last day, and you feel like, okay, I'm not happy, or it's not how I want it to be. Can you write a checklist of like, okay, the things that I want to change in my life now? So tomorrow when I wake up, I feel like if I left this earth, I'm fucking proud. I'm amazed. I'm in awe. Everybody around me is amazing. They're all happy. They've all got freedom of choice. They're celebrating life. They really get it. They're grateful. So it's like, write a checklist. Make it simple. It doesn't have to be this big thing, and just start moving towards that. So freedom can be scary, guys. Yes. People go, oh, I'm overwhelmed. No, you've got freedom of choice. That's what it is. Start grabbing onto some things about what you desire. Court did share about our investment property. I've got 2 investment properties. And so me choosing to be an investor, like, I've got to think about, well, what are my values in investing? Do I value like one block, one house paying itself off forever? No, I never talk into that. And it's not what I learned from Robert Kiyosaki either, or my learnings from other people in the money mindset space. It's about having one block that's got like a beautiful business on it, like a hotel or a resort or something like that. Like, it's got multiple streams of income. What I can do with that money and the impact that I can have and the flow in this world is incredible. I hold myself in that. But it's like, okay, how I was doing investing beforehand. Yeah, I've got to look at that. I've got to be real with myself, make better choices, make bigger decisions. I'm the one responsible of my money and me and my health and everything in my life. Nobody else. So what do I choose? With the information and the education that I learn and that I absorb in this lifetime, what is valuable to me, and what am I going to take away, and what am I going to do with it? Not anybody else, me. So there's lots for you to consider and think about, and I was never going to be able to fit all the updates and all the things in this live, but it's got you thinking. So reach out, say hello. I'm going to be on here more. I love you all so much. I want to see some comments about where you think I'm moving to. It's the exciting piece. It's really exciting. And I'll speak to you all soon. Enjoy your sunny day today. I mean, sunny in Sunshine Coast, Queensland,